quick na ulim. This is clabbered milk. You see what's going on in here? See the separation? Clear stuff is the way. This is raw goat milk. I got it on a Saturday, and today is the following Thursday. It's been kept in a cabinet, and that cabinet stays right about 68 degrees. And I have a clabber culture that's all you have to do is leave it there, but I have a culture that I've been keeping now for probably about 4 months. That I just, every time I get fresh milk, and I get it cold and fresh, milked either that morning or the evening before, and I add the culture that I got because it came out so good. It was so good, so I kind of re-inoculate it. And as you can see, this is natural cheese. And I'm going to put it in this cheesecloth and hang it. And then I'll keep the whey, which is really important to me. This whey is incredibly important as a nutrition. And this is what I use if I want to ferment any vegetables or beans or anything. Beets, roots, vegetables. Can ferment anything. Meat. This is one of the best marinades for meat. It's unbelievably good. And this is my favorite soup stock. I don't care what you use. This is my favorite soup stock. 50%, of a meat, vegetable, fish stock, and 50% of this. It's just unbelievably good. I never want to go without it anymore. So we're going to separate this. I'm going to get it on film, I think. It's not film anymore, is it? I'm going to get it on video. So, here, I'll show you how I do it. I have a boiled cheesecloth bag and a piece of cotton string, 100% cotton food string that you lace turkeys with, or you truss up your roast and whatnot. And I'm using chopsticks, which I'm just going to keep in there because I've already got them boiled with my cloth. So what I do is I take the cloth and I put the seam on the outside. And this is so easy. Then we just a little bit of pressure on that, I guess. A little bit of pressure on the jar. I think it just wasn't much pressure. It's more of a lid just. Oh, and it's beautiful. And it smells like cheese. Let me take you up top and show you what it looks like. Look at that. I'll move it a little bit. I don't like to disturb it too much. All right. Now, the first jar, I just put the bag over the jar. That's the first jar. I don't set it all the way down the jar, but I get the bottom of the bag to the top of the jar there. Like that. And now I'm just going to flip it over into a catch bowl, a clean stainless steel bowl, holding it together so it doesn't just slug out. See, it's already starting to come through. I don't want to bust up the curd too much if I can help it. It's a natural curd. So once I break the seal off the bottom of the jar, come out. Yeah, and this is really good. So, that is a really good curd on that one. And I can tell, because the whey that's coming out, I'm going to pick this up and show you. The whey that's coming out is already pretty clear. Sometimes it's real milky. Oh, and it smells so good. And there it is in the bag. It's kind of like a wet balloon right now. And I can pour the next jug in. I got a full gallon going in here. So let's see, that's the empty one. Open up the next one. Yeah, these dried shut pretty good. Smells wonderful. I wish I could just eat it right now. I'm actually doing a little mini fast, I think. Alright, so now I gotta try and dump this one into the bag without losing anything. That is kind of like that. Get the mouth of the bag over it. And start pouring it in. Don't lose the bag. Oh, this one's got, look at that. This is the longest I've let it curd up in the bag before. So now, I've never gotten a bag that full of that good of curd. That's the best batch I've done. So now I take my boiled string, and I'm going to just, it's a loop. I'm just going to make what's called a lark's head. A lark's head knot where you just pass the loop through itself. And then you cinch it up around the bag, like so. Now let's give it a pickup so you can see what I got going on here. It's just cinched around the bag. That was just a loop. And now I'm going to hang it from the knob on my cabinet and let it drip probably for 2-3 days. Ugh, that's a big one. That's a full gallon. I'll give you another peek of that. This video is pretty much done because all I'm going to do is clean out some of the jar there. And all that beautiful whey that's in there, look at it drip. It's hanging from that knob. And it's dripping wonderful. When the drip slows down, I'll transfer all that whey into jars and put it in the fridge. And that whey will last 6 months in the fridge. And the cheese will last 4 months, 5 months. If the cheese starts to get too strong, I throw it in the freezer. But once it slows down, then you can just spin this bag. You should have it centered over the bowl. You can spin it, and centrifugal force will pull out a lot of the drips. You can also later on, when it thins down, you can add salt, seasonings, spices. Oh, I love to add salted lemon, which is up in this cabinet. It's salt cured lemon. It's a fermented lemon rind. The skin, so good with cheese, the lemon in this. Oh, anyway, on fish and chicken. All right, so long video, but this was good. This is good stuff. I'm gonna let that drip, and that's about it. Adio box. Limasan gan. Kung gizi ga ki. Eat good every day. Adio.